So I could not disagree more strongly with my beloved Anita in San Antonio. That I'm glad Rachel's in there, staying in the fight with us. It's the last thing I would want her to do is quit. But she was incredibly brave, and defending and going after her own network, defending Joy Reid, all the other people that work there.
Yep.
And I just was saying KJ tweets, the ratings are in. Joy Reid's final show at MSNBC. It was MSNBC's most watched program in the all-important adults 25-54 demo. As Rachel Maddow said, the network will regret letting Joy go. That's what I would do. Put MSNBC on blast about that.
Absolutely.
That they may, I think, and I've seen a lot of it, people saying the weekend show is great. It should replace Morning Joe.
Yep.
No offense. And by the way, we've had Joe and Mika on this show.
Right.
I don't dislike them personally. I just think you cannot. They modeled cowardice, and they're the liberal network, and they modeled it first. Rachel Maddow modeled courage, in my opinion. And here we go. Just while we're talking about ratings, Fox and Friends drew more than twice the viewership of Morning Joe, which has lost nearly half its audience. I mean, sorry, the DEI hires, quote unquote, at MSC appear to be the white people. Just saying. Fox News top-ranked program got 1.5 million. Viewers, a 29% increase. Morning Joe has seen its audience shrink by 40% in the post-election period, from 1.1 million before the election to just 651,000. You can't tell me this was a business thing.
No,
Jody. I mean, it's the struggling show has even been beaten by left-leaning rival CNN. I've switched to CNN in the morning in the past 2 months. Data shows Morning Joe, meanwhile, has been hemorrhaging viewers in the 25-54 demographic. Prior to November 5th, the show was averaging 123,000 viewers in that age group. Since then, the number has shrunk to just 67,000 viewers. Wow. The couple struggled to win back viewers after revealing they visited Trump's Mar-a-Lago. They were eviscerated for kissing the ring, despite calling Trump a fascist in the months leading up to the election. CNN's Morning Crew is making gains against MSNBC. They outperformed Morning Joe in 25-54 for the second straight month in February. Jody, come on. The writing's on the wall,
it is.
Right? And by the way, the reason they're promoting the weekend show, because their ratings are doing great. And MSNBC's ratings in general have rebounded since Trump's been inaugurated and this whole, show has started. So.
Right.
Just saying, there is still time. Make the right choice. Bring Joy Reid back. Okay. All right. I'm an amateur TV programmer in my free time. Okay. Speaking of ratings, Fred says, I was assured Gavin Newsom was toast politically after the LA fires. 52% of Californians, 55% of likely voters approve of how Governor Newsom is handling his job. Notably, approval of Newsom is the highest in Los Angeles at 61%. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, because we don't live in a Fox News talking point. We actually lived through the fires. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I forgot while we were on the MSNBC story. That Megyn Kelly seems nice, doesn't she?
Oh,
she's
yeah.
so sweet. Sweet girl.
I feel like it's a little. I feel like there's nothing but Rachel Maddow in her burn book. Don't you think?
I think so.
Megyn Kelly thinks Rachel Maddow should be punished. Oh, do you, Megyn?
Really?
For going after MSNBC bosses over Joy Reid's firing. Kelly said she really is one of the most annoying people on television.
Oh my God.
Does she own a mirror? I'm just wondering. Okay. She oozes sanctimony and self-righteousness, and here's the real capper. She took her boss's faces and rubbed them in last night. Do you feel like Megyn might be a little bit bitter over getting fired by NBC? Perhaps
bitter.
A little bit? Okay. And how wildly successful Rachel is? She said she should be fired. They won't fire her because I won't say the P word, but they're all a bunch of Ps, and she's the only one who comes close to putting numbers on the board. But what she got away with on air last night was absolutely disrespectful. It was insubordinate, and it's just evidence of how she's somebody who evinces an affected or hypocritical holiness, a feeling or display of moral. Could you just load the shut up cannon? Just whatever is in the shut up cannon is fine for Megyn Kelly. Just let her rip. Okay.
Shut up!
Shut up!
You shut up!
Shut up!
You shut up!
All right, I said to get that out of my craw. Dave in Massachusetts. Hello, Dave.
Hi, great to talk to you.
Thank you. You too.
I'm wondering, as good as AOC and Jim McGovern and Jasmine Crockett are, a voice I really miss hearing is Kamala Harris. And I'm wondering, she got 75 million votes, and
Yeah.
ran a great campaign. I'm wondering why she's not out there more.
Well,
Has she been sidelined, or is she just not willing to do it, or what?
She just gave an amazing speech last week when she won the NAACP award. But I mean, I feel like I don't know what people expect of her, Jody.
I don't either. What is she supposed to do?
Well, you know me. I would just be drunk and shouting, "I told you so" every day if it was me. But
I also fear she may, if she does speak out more, then right wingers will just call her a sore loser.
You lost.
And she doesn't need that.
Yeah,
she doesn't need that, and it's unnecessary.
And Donald Trump is the only one we've ever had that never shuts his yap, whether he wins, loses, whatever. But generally the other candidate doesn't keep just know. I mean, obviously, the elections have consequences, and here we are. I think she, speaks out at specific moments. I have heard, people say, and I agree with that what about all the former presidents? I mean, we are at such a crisis point in this country. Where are, if you want to do something in a bipartisan way, where are the former presidents, right? Yeah. Where's Chris Wray about what's happening at the FBI? Right. I mean, anyway. Okay. Yes, Chris said, meanwhile, in America, the party who claims to protect children from drag queens reading them stories are literally now importing people wanted for sex trafficking. Okay, so we will talk to John Fugelsang about the fake Christians that seem to... Okay.
The funny thing do you remember when The Sound of Freedom, that movie, came out, and a lot of right-wingers were like, this is what we should be focusing on?
Is it about child trafficking?
Yes. Isn't that ironic?
I remember that.
It's weird.
And they were campaigning for that hard to, take away
remember
from
that.
other movies coming out.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is important. We need to talk about this. Why aren't we talking about it now?
And can I just say, this trans thing in the military, okay, even though, again, it impacts 0.00001% of you, a trans girl playing badminton in your state, but that's a totally different issue. They're really people that are willing to take a bullet for America. You don't want them either, right? Hegseth just disqualified every single one of our current trans military members from their service. They loved this country enough to die for it, but their country couldn't return even basic human respect. I mean, what is that something people really want? Yeah, okay. Elon Musk, where was I? Yeah, America lost 30 million jobs in the last 30 days. Nice going, Cult 47. Wow, I didn't realize that was the number we're up to. It's quite extraordinary, isn't it? 2024, if you don't elect Trump, you're voting to allow sex traffickers to pour across the border. 2025, Trump fights to get infamous sex traffickers, the Tate brothers, released into our borders. That's where we are today. Have we heard anything from Speaker God Warrior about this? No?
Yeah.
And one last one. Brian Krasenstein says, I have an inefficiency to report to Dodge. Trump paid to have 20 social media influencers come to the White House in order to give them publicly available Epstein information to pretend that he was releasing new material. Mm-hmm. What was the thing he signed yesterday in the big Sharpie?
I don't know.
No illegals are going to get Social Security.
They don't.
Yes. Currently, no illegal immigrants get Social
They
Security.
pay into it and
But
don't
he
get
wrote
it back.
He just always assumes that there is some segment that is stupid enough to,
there is a
buy
segment
these
that's
stunts,
stupid
right?
enough.
Yeah.
We voted for him.
Yes. Hello. Evan says you can erase Donald Trump's name from the Jeffrey Epstein list, but you can't erase his name from the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs. If you've seen the logs, it's right there. I don't. Okay. Right. Brooklyn Dad again says, so let me get this straight. The guy found liable for the sexual assault of E. Jean Carroll, credibly accused by dozens of others, pressured a foreign nation to release 2 people accused of human trafficking, and staged a false release of the Jeffrey Epstein files in which he is all over phone and flight logs to social media clowns, and people are surprised. Okay. Jeremy said, I have actually led Ebola outbreak response at USAID. This is bunk from Elon. They have laid off most of the experts. They're bankrupting most of the partner organizations. They've withdrawn from WHO and muzzled the CDC. What's left is a fig leaf effort to cover their asses politically. He did not undo what he did. His, Ebola oopsie. Okay. What is it? Lana, in Wyoming. Hello, Lana.
Hello.
Hi.
I just want to say that it's time that we quit talking about all the things he's doing. It's clear that we can see it, right?
Right.
It is so disgusting. And it's time that we start mobilizing. We need to start talking about congressmen.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, there you are. You're back. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry, you dropped out for a bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We need to start mobilizing. We can't just keep talking about it because we know that he's a creep,
Right.
and that he's a big orange turd, and he should be flushed. But we can't do that unless we mobilize.
Right.
We start doing what we need to do. We figure out what congressman is up for re-election in other states. We start doing the things we need to do. We need to put big, bold print. Children that are dying in Sudan because they don't have stuff. That's 1% of our budget. 1%.
Less than 1%. Like this one, Mehdi Hassan tweeted. Mehdi Hassan tweeted about this doctor who was a USAID doctor, said all malaria supplies protecting 53 million people, mostly children, including bed nets, diagnostics, preventative drugs, and treatments terminated. There are no words that sufficiently describe this level of cruelty and sadism. I mean, Lana, the fact that we're in a place, though, where we have to... People only seem to vote their self-interest to go like, that stuff's going to come here.
You know what happened?
Malaria is going to come
what
here.
Happened? If it comes here, we're dead.
Yeah.
We couldn't handle COVID. I work in a hospital. We couldn't handle COVID.
Yeah.
There was
well, that's what we're like.
Misinformation.
We're sitting here in 2025 going, what's going to get us first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Measles, some new strain of COVID, malaria, bird flu. I mean, it's, and you have this head of HHS that says, oh, this is not unusual, right?
Well, and when it all comes to their door, there's going to be something different to be said. Like I said, it's time that we show graphic pictures of this stuff. We're also hurting the peanut farmers that provided those essential nutrition for those children and people that were dying from malnutrition and not enough water.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yep, I hear you.
And I live in Wyoming, so I want you to know I live in Wyoming, and I'm a very rare breed in Wyoming that is just freaking out. My husband is on the verge of divorcing me over this because I won't shut up about it.
You know what? You just call my show every morning and then don't talk to him about it, and we'll save your marriage. All right?
I'm just saying it's so sad that people can't acknowledge the truth.
I know.
My husband works in the oil industry, and we've drilled more in the last 6 years than we have in the last 10.
Yep.
So don't say drill, baby, drill. People don't want to drill because it costs too much, you idiots.
Lana, you call me every day if you want. Your husband can just... Okay. All right. Love you. Mwah. Hang in there. See? You're not alone, even if you're a little blueberry in Big Red, Wyoming. And there's probably only 3 other people that actually live in Wyoming she could talk to. So just call me. Let's just 323-410-0458. If you're a blueberry, you just call me and vent. Oh, hey there, it's Stephanie Miller. If you're like me and you love sharp political insight, pointy, you like it pointy and sharp, bold opinions, and a touch of humor to make sense of these crazy times, have I got some fantastic news for you. The Political Voices Network is now on Substack. This is your new go-to for the best in independent media. We're talking about my show streaming daily with episodes on demand, the fearless of journalism of Brian Karem, the brilliant side-splitting satire of John Fugelsang, the unrelenting working class advocacy of Rick Smith, and so much more. Here's the best part. Subscribing is so easy. You can join for free or go to the extra mile. Support these incredible independent voices by signing up for a full subscription starting at just $8. You'll get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes insights, and a chance to directly fuel fearless, unfiltered media. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to politicalvoicesnetwork.com. Hit that subscribe button and become part of the movement keeping truth alive in an era of corporate media overload. Every subscription helps, especially yours. One more time, that is politicalvoicesnetwork.com. Sign up now. Do it.